848 WABC. Talk with Bernie and Sid in the morning right now. 800-848-9222. Where New York comes to talk. 77 WABC.
All right. Israelis are just badass. This is the way it is. Doesn't matter. It could be my trainer, Nayor in Brooklyn, or Eyal living in the 5 towns. But sitting to my left is a real badass. In fact, he's going to be back for a second time fighting at Madison Square Garden coming up on June the 14th in Bellator 222. He is the pride of Tel Aviv, loved by millions all over the world, over 100,000 Instagram followers. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the only Israeli fighter in the MMA and a guy, once again, that has had great success. Haim Gozali. Good morning, pal. How are you?
Good morning. Good.
Nice to have you here. First of all, we do want to thank Heshi Orgenbaum and the fine people at Maimonides Medical Center for setting this thing up. Heshi's a big fan of yours, and you told me during the break that it was really Heshi who just 2 years ago, when you fought for the first time at Madison Square Garden, also got you back then to do what I'm doing this Sunday, which is the Marshal of the Israeli Day Parade. Yeah,
Grand Marshal. Yeah, Heshi support me for like 3 years already.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy.
How did the Grand Marshal thing go?
It was cool. Yeah, we throw like T-shirts for the crowd. And,
right. You beat anybody up?
No.
That's cool.
So listen, how did you? You're Israeli, obviously. You were actually an Israeli soldier back in the day, but how'd you get into this in Israel? How did you pick up on the MMA fighting?
So I started the martial arts at like 6 years old.
Right.
So I saw the movie Ninja, and I started training like I was a kid. And after that, I went to the army. I was in the border patrol. After the army, I started competing. The MMA wasn't MMA back then. It was no hold bar. You do it with no gloves and stuff like that.
It was brutal, yes.
Yeah.
It's still brutal.
So I started to do it when it was like that.
Yeah.
And after that, it became like a sport.
You're a 4th-degree black belt, too, right? I mean,
I'm 4th-degree black belt under hands of Gracie. It's around the corner over here.
That's the most decorated you can be with that, right? You can't.
It's 4th degree. It's said like you train more than like 20 years.
Wow. Jeez.
Just to get to the 4th degree, it's like...
Right. So now, so like Bernie asked you, so you became familiar with the sport in Israel. You started fighting, and then I believe you actually set up like your own league, right? Like you started your own league there.
Over there, we didn't have nothing, so we build everything. I bring the jiu-jitsu to Israel.
You bought it? Wow.
Yeah, because nobody know what it is.
Right.
And the same the MMA. I did the first major event in Israel.
Wow.
And after a couple of years, Bellator came to Israel. So now we have Bellator in Israel. Every show, like 9,000 people come. So it's
Bellator, by the way, competes with the UFC. It's MMA. You have UFC and you have Bellator. They're both leagues, sort of.
The MMA is the sport, and the Bellator and UFC is the league.
And you are a welterweight. You fight at 170 pounds, but you walk around probably
205.
205. You see, these guys cut weight. Yeah. Like you wouldn't believe before a fight. 205 pounds, and you cut down 25 pounds, or what am I talking about? 35 pounds to get to 170. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do? What is, besides taking Trembolin, which is an illegal steroid, what else do you do to get down?
I have a strict diet.
Besides that, what else do you do?
I have a strict diet with the professional people that help me. I'm eating like... by grams and grams, and everything is like by order, by day, by hours. But I cannot eat nothing.
For how long? For like a month or 2 months?
Like 3 months before the fights, and then the last week of the fight, I'm like cutting like between 15 to 10 pounds.
Let me tell you what you got to do. Here's what you got to do.
A lot of it is stop drinking water, right?
You're drinking a lot of water.
Yeah, you drink a lot.
You're drinking like 2 gallons a day.
But just before the weigh-in.
Before the weigh-in, like one day you stop, so your body, because you drink a lot, so it's sweating a lot, and you go to the bathroom a lot. So it's like...
Here's what we need to do. I go back to Rocky IV, Chaim. And in Rocky IV, Stallone fought Dolph Lundgren. It was America versus Russia. There's got to be some Palestinian who can fight. And we put you up against him. Israel versus the Palestinian. This would be the biggest thing in the Middle East ever. And you would have extra motivation to kill him, right? Is there any Palestinians that come to your gym that can fight?
Not that I know, but maybe in Israel show we can do that.
That's what I'm saying.
The Israeli show. Yeah. In November 14th, there's going to be the Israeli show.
Is that in Tel Aviv? Or
Tel Aviv, yeah.
That's where you live, yeah.
You feel like you have the weight of the whole nation on your shoulders when you fight? You're representing Israel, or do you
I represent Israel all the time.
Yeah, you do.
Every fight, I'm coming with a flag. I'm coming with my hat with the Star of David. So every fight I'm represent Israel. I'm Israeli, and Israel is my country.
Nowadays, nationalism is a bad word, they say, but I agree with you. You represent your country, and you're proud of it. Now, listen, speaking of, you're going to fight this guy, Gustavo Wurlitzer. Do you trash talk, Conor McGregor style? Do you guys,
Yeah, a little bit. He started to, because they call me the Israeli Batman, so he's post all the time like picture of Batman like he's the Joker and I'm the Batman and he's like beating me, so I start to do that also.
Oh, that's good fun though.
Yeah, but it's like funny. It's not like it's not like
he's not saying anything anti-Semitic.
No, it's not like cursing and stuff like Conor McGregor.
Well,
it's nice. It's
not calling you a pussy or anything like that.
Nah, I cannot.
What is this this obsession you've had with Batman your whole life? When did that start?
It started like when I was 16 years old. I was to live in New York. And then in 89 came the movie. I was like 15, I think, 16.
So it was the movie, not the TV show?
No, TV show I was like...
You didn't know.
66.
Right.
So I saw the movie and I start like that. And I have a big collection that I'm collect all my life. And one of the fight, they asked me, like, you asked me, what do you have with Batman? I have a lot of tattoo of Batman. So when I came to the fight, so my goal said, the Israeli Batman. And then it stuck.
Oh, very cool.
Haim Gozali, he's a welterweight in the MMA Bellator League. He's going to fight this guy, Gustavo Wurlitzer, at Madison Square Garden on June 14th. Now, you're a very tough guy, obviously, and at one point you were a bouncer in a bar in Israel, I believe Tel Aviv, and you got stabbed like 6 times or something, right?
Yeah, they stabbed me in my face, in my hand. I did like 5 surgery in my hand.
Wow. Oh, my God.
To fix the hand. I don't feel the hand today. But
oh, is that right?
Yeah, I don't feel it.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing. This way you can hit somebody as hard as you want, and
I don't feel it. He's gonna feel it.
So what is your specialty? Striking or wrestling? Punching?
I start with karate, but when I met the jiu-jitsu, so I dedicate all my life to the jiu-jitsu to learn the system, and I forgot a little bit about the standing, but now I'm coming back. What is coming back? Like 10 years, I'm coming back to the standing.
Does it? I mean, it's got to be so painful getting punched around. It's brutal. It's savage, almost what happens inside the octagon. But I love it. I'm saying I love it.
Everybody loves it.
But when you're in the octagon, I mean, it hurts. You're bleeding. I mean, what are you thinking? Are you thinking like, why the hell did I do this? Why didn't I become an accountant or anything like that?
And then the 5 seconds you go to the ring, to the cage, they close the gate, and you're standing and and you hear the crowd and everything. You look at the opponent, you say, what am I doing over here now? And then it starts and everything. It's all, it's survival already.
Right.
It's you or him. So
I remember there was a guy that actually used to have somebody beat him up like once a week. I'm being dead serious. He would pay the guy and he would just let the guy punch him in the face. Like 50 times. I swear to God. And he wouldn't even try to fight back.
That's kinky.
It is kind of kinky, but it prepared the guy to take a beating. And he said after that, it didn't really bother him. Like he would be defenseless, let this guy just punch him in the face over and over again. So when he got punched in the ring, it really didn't bother him. What do you think about that? That's crazy though, right?
We spar every week. We get punched in the gym. So
right.
I don't need to pay somebody to punch me.
I mean, that's like you're crazy. No, if it happens in training, that's one thing. But you don't stand there and let somebody punch you in the face. So, but you lift weights and stuff like that, or no?
No weight at all.
Condition
training, jiu-jitsu training, stand-up training, and now I put a little bit Krav Maga in my training also, like couple of minutes over in New York.
Right.
And it's going good.
Wow. It's going great for you. What do you mean going good? You're back at Madison Square Garden. I know you have your own place in Tel Aviv. How big of a thrill is it to actually fight at Madison Square Garden? As big as it gets?
Garden, I started like...
Fraser Ali.
starting like a community center in Israel when I was like 15 years old to the first karate championship.
Yeah.
And now it's the Madison Square Garden.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's a great story.
You are going to kick some ass on June 14th in Madison Square Garden. This guy, Gustavo Wurlitzer, he's a dead man walking.
He's finished.
Let's face it.
Yeah. You know that.
You know that, right? There he is, the Israeli Batman, Haim Gozali.
Yes.
Check it out, folks. June 14th, Madison Square Garden. You can go to Bellator.com or MSG.com to get some tickets. Anyway, we wish you all the best, Haim.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in,
buddy.
Thank you.
By the way, on the way out, on Nima the Bavri, we could have done this, but it wouldn't work here, I guess, in New York, right? Probably not, right?
That's good. It's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
See you later, Chaim. We'll come back with the Sports Blitz right after these words.
Bernie and Sid in the morning, 77 WABC.